Teaching Safer Sex puts a vast compilation of teaching strategies, tools, and lesson plans in one place and literally at the fingertips of educators of all kinds. 2 innovative volumes tackle themes from the very basic to the complex. Classic favorites, new standards, and sophisticated explorations of rarely covered concepts. Versatile and comprehensive, Teaching Safer Sex does it all in an inclusive, clear, easy-to-use format, end of quote. Please join me in congratulating Bill Taverner, Editor-in-Chief, and Susan Milstein and Sue Montfort, co-editors, for their impressive contribution to Teaching Safer Sex, 3rd edition.
Hi, everybody. I cannot begin to tell you what an honor this is, and I'd like to thank AASECT for recognizing both sexuality education and therapy in the Book Award. And Peggy, congratulations. And if I know Bill, he's already figuring out a way to market all of our stuff together, so just stop by the table. I'm sure he'll have a plan. We're grateful to both Elizabeth Bosky and Lise Maurer, who nominated Teaching Safer Sex for this award. We're also very thankful for the number of people who did reviews and wrote incredible things, and also thank you to the AASECT Awards Committee. While Bill and I are accepting this award, we are truly standing on the shoulders of some amazing people who contributed to this 3rd edition of Teaching Safer Sex, and I'd like to tell you just about a few of them. The original Teaching Safer Sex was done by Peggy Brick, Steve Brown, Catherine Charlton, and Hillary Coonens. It was first published in the 1980s at a time when we were really focusing on this idea of T cells and biology of HIV and weren't really getting much more into it. Peggy and her colleagues envisioned a new approach to education. They wanted to make sure that they were including interactive and engaging activities that didn't just focus on the cognitive, but also included attitudes and skills for people to take responsibility for their sexual health. We tried to keep that vision in mind as we worked on the 3rd edition, and we are really happy with how it came out. Before I turn it over to Bill, I just want to warn you that if you thought you got a lot of emails from him before this award, check your inbox.
This has really been some week. It's really exciting. I just got the news last night that my 10-year-old son is also going to be giving a speech to his elementary school class. He's been asked to give remarks at graduation day. So that's really exciting. I helped him out with some of his remarks. Thank you. So let me get my notes. I'm so excited to be reflecting on my years at this school. Some of my best memories involve going to the zoo. No, that's the wrong notes. Here we go. I used the 1st edition of Teaching Safer Sex myself back in the 1980s as a college RA, and there was a scandal at my university when the local newspaper wrote an editorial about how awful it was and how promiscuous it was to be promoting condoms to college students. The story was picked up by the national news media, and the book Teaching Safer Sex had its brief moment of fame when comedian Dennis Miller cracked a joke about it on Saturday Night Live. The joke was bad, so I won't repeat it here. It's been amazing to work with Sue Milstein and Sue Montfort. Sue Montfort also served as associate editor. She couldn't be here. She just retired after almost 40 years with Planned Parenthood. She's one of the most creative people that I know. I also wanted to thank Mary Lynn Koval, our copy editor, who really made the manuscript shine. The third edition of Teaching Safer Sex was a very collaborative effort. We had so many submissions that we had to employ an editorial advisory board and expand this resource to 2 volumes with 50 lessons in total. We're grateful to the 27 contributing authors and the 21 editorial advisory board members, and some of them are here today, I think. If you could stand up for a moment and be acknowledged with us, we would really love that. Thank you. Some of you are not standing, and you may not remember how much work we put you through, but that's all right. We also want to thank Planned Parenthood of Central and Greater Northern New Jersey, the parent of the Center for Family Life Education, and its CEO, Tristy Brooks, who is a firm supporter of positively framed sexuality education. We want to thank our board, which endorsed this project, especially the major donors to the CFLE, Barbara Bunting, Alexandra and Eric Schoenberg, Pat Stova, Nada Wharton, and Nora and Raymond Wong. Thanks to these and other donors, we have a fund totaling more than $1.3 million to support and sustain the CFLE. And finally, on a personal note, I want to say that 8 years ago, I sat with Bob Creancore when he was called up. When he was called up to the stage to accept the AASECT Book Award along with Ray Noonan for his work on the International Encyclopedia of Sexuality. Bob died this past October. He was a very good friend of mine and a mentor. And to receive an award that he shared means a lot, more than I can say. And I hope that we can have just a moment of silence to remember his amazing, incredible contribution to the field. Thank you.